Hi everyone, in this video I'll just show you a very useful tool in Houdini. So while working on FX, you always need geometry track of that and you have to use some other software for that. But I found very useful Houdini tool which we can use it to track that. And I have created this FX so you can see the perfect track, right? So I was able to add fire on that footage. So I will use same footage in this tutorial and I'll just show you step by step how to use it. So first let's load that geometry. So I'll just use file and I need that geometry. And let me just show you raw footage. So this is the footage I have. So we have this swing geometry. Just make sure that you have proper dimension of that model. So if it's not matching, then this won't work properly. Yep. So just make sure that it is unpacked. So currently it's polygon and I need to use KeenTools. Yeah. And you can just connect this over here. This is GeoTracker and we can use it within Houdini. So what we have over here. So first we need image sequence. So let's just use that playground sequence over here. And you need to check the FPS. So I have already mentioned it, it's 25 FPS and we need to see a range also. So I have not checked how much it is, but we can just easily set it. So if you go over here, you can just click, it will set that 200 frames, which is great, right? And next what we have is pre-calc, and this is useful. So if you analyze this footage, it will run faster, but you can ignore it also by disabling it. But I will just analyze this because I want to make things faster. So it will take some time. So footage is analyzed now and I will just use. So how to use it? Do I need to create camera? No. So just select this node and press enter. So now you can see we are inside this KeenTools GeoTracker and I'm not able to see my object because the geometry scale is too big and I will have to reduce that. So to reduce that we have to press F. Now you can see, and one more thing you will notice, when I press F I have a keyframe over here and I can change that keyframe over here. So this is transform, which is object transform, and you can just make changes over here. Let me just rotate it. If you want to make these changes over here, then you can do that. And next we have is mask. So if you want to use any mask, then you can just create group of that. Smoothing is also there, and export is very useful, that I will talk in some time. Now let's focus on how to track this geometry. So I'll just make some room and I don't need this. Yeah, so you can get rid of this as well. So we need to see this only. What I need over here, just use left click and press over here. It will create a pinpoint. So using that pinpoint you can just move around. So I will just match over here, and second pinpoint I need over here, so I can just match it. And third pinpoint we require is over here, so I can just track it like this. So it's very useful. And one more thing, this pinpoint won't help to track the geometry, so it's up to you that if you want to get rid of that pinpoints, you can just see it, remove pin, so we won't have it anymore. So it will just completely delete that. Now we can just, so I will just track it again, and now I have to track it. And you can zoom in as well, that's very useful. So just make sure that it's matching. So spend some time on this tool, just make sure that all things are aligned properly. Yeah, this process does take some time because you have to just do that one by one. And here also, let's just match it. So as I have mentioned, dimension of the geometry matters a lot. So let me spend some time. I'll just get rid of all the pins. Let me track it first over here. Second track I need over here. Cool, right? So I have matched it, but here it's not matching, so I'll just ignore that. But one thing we should match over here is this is totally off, so we can just directly make changes in the geometry. So this is the one we need to move. So we can just select this, use T. So we have to make changes in this direction. So this kind of things we can do. So we have to again select this tool, press enter, and let's do it one more. It's matching, so let's move this 5. Yep, it's matching. Let's do over here as well. One more, and I need it bit outside. Let's press enter to see it. Yes, so it's matching now. So here also, if you see it's not matching, you can make some changes to the geometry and match it, but I will just ignore that. Cool. So next, what we need to do, so here if you press over here, then it will just start tracking this entire geo. So but if you want to track it frame by frame, then you can do it over here. So for now I'll just run this track. Yes, so tracking is done, and let's just see it. So you can see it tracked it properly, right? So you can just see that it's just viewport bug, you know. So if I move it faster, you will see it, but we don't have any issue. So you can see it, and that's very smart way. But on the last frame, you know, I noticed that it's not proper. So how to fix it? You can just make changes directly over here, or you can just delete this keyframe and you can add your own. So I have already these points over here, so I need to make sure that I remove all the points and pin this here, and I need to pin over here and match it. Now if you see that on this frame I need to remove, on this frame also it's not matching, here. Oops. So once that is done, that we don't have inside this thing, right? So we don't have keyframes over here. To retrack this, we have to just select this refine. So when I press refine, it will track these 4 frames only. And now let's see. That's super. And same for all. So if you have multiple like keyframes over here, it will just do that for all. So now I feel that this is perfect track. And let's just make a flipbook to see that. So I'll just use a resolution. Yes, now let me play this. This is perfect. You know how quickly I have tracked this. So if you find that if it's not matching somewhere, just remove that keyframe, you know, 5 or 10 frame, then you can just retrack it. That's done. Now before talking about this export, I'll just talk about this appearance, that you can make changes here as well. So if you want to make some changes, that so these are very easy to do. So now let's export this. How to use this? So we have some options. One is transform. So whatever tracking is done, we can transform it to geometry. So let's do that. So we have this linked option. So if you want to make sure that all these things are linked, so whenever you make changes to this node, it should reflect to transform as well. If you want to pass this file to someone else, then make sure that you unlink this and export it. Now if you see that it won't use this node, but we have animation. That's cool. But I don't have camera. We have to figure out camera as well. No, we can export that virtual camera. So we have that scene over here. So we have to use virtual. Here also you can link it. It's up to you. So I'll just export it here, or you can export it to stage as well. I'll just export it here, and let's see. If I go to this virtual camera, then I have that. Cool, right? But I got the camera, I got everything. But is there a way to get tracked camera? That also we can do over here. So just in case you don't want to animate this geometry, but you want moving camera, that also you can do by using track camera. So what it will do, it will give you this extra transform. So if you see, you don't have any transformation in this geometry, but you have transformation in camera. So if you see this, we have camera. So in this case, you can work on static geometry, but you will have a moving camera. That's how things are so easy. That's so useful, right? Cool. So that's all. So now you can start working on the camera. I hope you like this tool and thank you for watching. See you next time.